Hi, my name is Jenna Wood, and I'm going to be showing you guys my $40 solution to how I was finally able to lose the baby weight. So this was after baby number 3. I had the hardest time losing the last 20 pounds. My other 2, it got harder with each kid, but my other 2, it wasn't super hard. And then this third baby, I did gain more weight in that pregnancy, but I could not lose the weight. And I was trying everything. I was doing intermittent fasting. I tried keto, green juicing, low sugar diets. I was training for a half marathon. I'm like, well, that will do it. If I run a half marathon and train for it, surely I will lose weight. No. I did 2 half marathons, and with all that training, all the long distance running, I still was struggling to lose a single pound. In comes Clean Simple Eats, literally my $40 solution that I have been doing for over a year now, and it's still working. Right now I'm 30 weeks pregnant, so I'm not currently trying to lose weight, but trying to eat healthy and make sure that I don't gain a ton like I did with my past pregnancies, because with each one I just kept gaining more and more. So I'm wanting to stay within that healthy range, and I just love the meals. So for me, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, and I love it. Love the meals. My family loves the meals. So I want to share with you guys why it works. Really quick, the pricing on these. So I said $40. If you use my link, and it will take you directly to Clean Simple Eats, where you can purchase these books. They have one for each season. And P.S., I bought all of these with my cold hard cash a year ago. Well, I've built up each season throughout the year, but now I'm an affiliate and I have a code for you guys, but I've purchased these on my own. I've used them, I've loved them. I'm absolutely obsessed. I've gotten all my friends and family on them. So even though I'm technically kind of selling it, it's something I love and have been using for a year without stopping, and have no plans of stopping. So their books, they used to be $65, and because of COVID, they brought them down $10 to $55. So you can go straight to my link and it'll take off $15, or you can use my code JennaWood and it'll automatically take off $15 from your hardcover or a digital cover. I highly suggest, it's only $5 cheaper for a digital cover, a digital copy, get the hardcover. I've had friends and family who regret it, and I bought one of the digital copies and I was like, no. Mama needs the hard copy. It's just so much easier when you're cooking to just have, and when you're meal planning, to have the hard copy and not have to dig through it on your phone and go through recipes. For $5, do it. And I'm hoping that whenever you're watching this video that because I told you they reduced it $10, the book's $10 because of COVID. Hopefully it's still at that $55 price and it hasn't gone up to $65. So I would just buy it as soon as possible before they raise the price. And this is the lowest price. Getting these for $40 is the absolute lowest price I've ever seen in a year. And I highly doubt they're gonna go any lower. I mean, the only thing that made them lower it in a year was the pandemic. So hopefully nothing else crazy happens. And I'm guessing they're gonna stay at about $40. So why, now that you know it works, you're probably like, why? Like, what in the heck is this $40 meal plan book gonna do for me? So let me tell you the magic of this. So all these meals are macro based. And if you're new to macros, what macros are, it's short for macronutrients. And there's 3 main macronutrients. You have your protein, your carbs, and your fat. So for their books, every single snack and meal is broken down to a 40% carb, 30% protein, 30% fat ratio, which is amazing because you don't have to do any of the macro counting or the calorie counting. All their meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, are all 350 calories, and the snacks are 250 calories, with that 30-30-40 breakdown of your macronutrients. So macro counting has become really popular because it works. And the reason why, I'm gonna kind of dive into the reason why it works. Here's the thing though, I've tried calorie counting before, No way I last like a day or two. First of all, it's so hard to actually get the correct calories, and then throw in calories and you're trying to count your macronutrients. It's so hard. So it might seem like, whoa, that's like kind of expensive, $40 for like essentially a cookbook, but really, I'm telling you, it is worth every penny, especially if you're struggling to lose weight and just want a healthier lifestyle and healthier meals that you know are healthy, and you just grab this book and have an easy go-to. But like, I feel like counting calories and macro counting is just, it works, but it's nearly impossible. So here's why these books work and why macro counting works. So to lose weight, no matter what you eat, scientifically, there has to be a calorie deficit. Here's the thing though, calories aren't all created equal. A piece of candy versus a handful of almonds, calorically and weight gain wise, maybe those are equal, but how do you feel after you eat a candy bar, piece of candy, and how do you feel after you eat a handful of almonds? Or even take it one step further, how do you feel eating, say, a bowl of oatmeal, so just straight carbs, and how do you feel eating a well-balanced meal of carbs, protein, and fat? All carbs, well-balanced. This one, you're gonna be hungry. This one, you're gonna feel full and satiated and able to go about your day without constantly thinking about food and thinking about your next meal. So that was the hugest change for me. And it's so frustrating when you're trying to lose weight and you think you're eating healthy. I thought I was totally eating healthy. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna have a bowl of oatmeal for breakfast, but there was no protein in it. There was no fat in it. It would just go straight through me and I'd be starving. Their oatmeals, what I love is I can still eat pancakes, I can still eat oatmeal, I can still drink my smoothies, and like, cause I love a sweet breakfast. They have savory ones, but every single day I do pancakes, oatmeal, or a smoothie from their meal plan. Literally every single day, my entire pregnancy, they're just my favorite and they're my go-tos. And then I can feel full and feel good until lunchtime. And for me, I get low blood sugar, and if I eat a crappy breakfast, I feel terrible. Like I get lightheaded, I get dizzy. So I have to eat something healthy. And so that's another reason why I love these, is because I know I'll eat it and feel good and feel balanced. So I used to eat a bowl of oatmeal, plain oatmeal, some brown sugar or agave. You know, I'm doing agave, so it's healthy. That's a bowl full of carbs. Now with their with their bowls of oatmeal, they'll put protein powder in some of the recipes, peanut butter, so I'm getting fat and protein. They even have recipes where you take an egg white and microwave that. You cannot even tell there's an egg white in there, and you're eating an egg white for breakfast, but it just tastes like yummy oatmeal. Greek yogurt is almost in a lot of them. Pretty sure that's about all the protein things they put in. But right, so much better than just a plain bowl of carbs. Another good example is it's the same thing for their smoothies. Instead of making a smoothie, even a green smoothie, and just having carbs, juice, and tons of fruit, even if you put vegetables in it, that is a glass full of carbs. You're gonna feel hungry, you're gonna feel tired, you need a well-balanced meal. So their smoothies have those things I mentioned in the protein powder, minus the egg. So they'll put Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, you can't taste it, and protein powders, peanut butter. So you're getting that right balance. And for me, that's why it's been able to be something that it works, because I can do it. I can maintain because I'm not starving and going crazy. So what I love, I'll kind of show you the breakdown of their meals. So you kind of just pick what works for you. If you're gonna go with a 3 meals a day, so every meal is 350 calories and the snacks are 250 calories. So if you're gonna go with 3 meals a day and 1 snack, this might be backwards, but here it says 3 meals a day plus 1 snack serving. That's 1,250 calories, which is amazing. Like, you're eating good, healthy food, 3 meals and a snack, and staying at 1,250 calories. Of course, you can do more, right? So I would say I was typically, when I'm trying to lose weight, this was a really good benchmark for me. So this would be 3 meals a day and 2 snacks at 1,500 calories. And here's the magic is I could do it day after day, week after week, because I wasn't starving and I was still eating food I liked and enjoyed, still getting my carbs, still getting my protein, still getting my fat. So my body wasn't craving anything. It was getting all of the healthy nutrients it needed, and it wasn't lacking in an area and driving me insane. So 1,500 calories a day, if you're doing a 1,500 calorie deficit or a little lower, a little higher, over time, it's gonna work and you're gonna lose weight. So that's kind of the magic science behind it, is it just helps keep you at a lower calorie. And I think that is kind of all for like the why it works. Now I'm just gonna answer some questions. I've shared this on my social media channels, and it's been so fun to see how receptive so many of you guys have been, especially because I'm not really a fitness health person. I do more fashion and beauty stuff, but I'm just so obsessed with this, and I've gotten all my friends and family on it that I'm like, might as well share it with my peeps online too. And so many of you guys are loving it and seeing results, which makes me so happy. But some of the questions you guys have are, do you need more than one book? So right now the season is spring, and you don't. You literally need to be armed with what you need to lose the stubborn weight that you have and to feel healthier and feel good. Literally $40. You need one book. And a lot of people ask me, okay, if I'm gonna buy one book, Jenna, what's your favorite book? I know you have all of them. What's your favorite book? And for me, I started with spring, and I really, really, really love the spring book. If I could only own one, I would for sure pick spring. But here's the thing is, each season is chock full of meals that you would want to be eating that season. So the fall and the winter has more casseroles, more soups, more hearty food, and spring and summer has lighter meals like more smoothies, more salads. So there's definitely a lot of overlap, and it's not like you're only going to be eating pumpkin in the fall menu plan, but I feel like the best one is spring. And then if I had to choose a next favorite, maybe summer, just because in the fall and winter, there are a few, like there's a gingerbread oatmeal, there's pumpkin pancakes, and I'm not gonna really feel like that food unless it's fall or winter. But like say spring or summer foods, I eat year round. So that's my little 2 cents on that. But really you just need one book. If you wanna get a couple, go for it. Maybe get the next couple seasons that are coming up. And then a lot of times people ask, are the recipes kid friendly? And my family eats the meals, my husband likes them, my kids like them, but a lot of times I will tweak them for my kids. For example, I made, it was like these buffalo chicken tostadas that were really good. It's a corn tortilla, some cheese, shredded chicken, corn, tomatoes, blue cheese, and some, I wish I had the picture ready for you. I could probably find it, and some chives or some green onions. Here we go, buffalo chicken tostadas. So, and you put a little sour cream on top. Here's the thing, that's gonna look a little intimidating to a kid, right? I already have all the ingredients out. What you could do, so what we did for our kids is we just did chicken and cheese and tortilla and rolled it up. So they had these like little chicken cheesy roll-ups and a fruit and a vegetable on the side. So they're basically eating the same thing, but I'm totally content with that, and I don't need to put blue cheese on and hot sauce on their little roll-up to feel good and be like we're eating the same thing. But they have in here like some chicken, they actually have like a healthy chicken nugget version. But yeah, you just kind of adapt. Like say here is a curry chicken bowl. This one is so good. I love Thai food. And for my kids, I could just do chicken and rice and maybe not have like the sauce and the peanuts and the cilantro, but like a vegetable with it. So I feel like they're really kid friendly. Also, I'm one of those people who I've been on the search. I want to be healthy and I want to eat good food and feed my family good food. So I've tried a lot of weird things in the past. I've been vegetarian for almost a year. I've tried vegan, I've tried plant-based, and I'm sure my husband is so happy that I've just stuck with this for a year, and he knows that I'm obsessed and not going back. But it's their food that my husband, who grew up on like home cooked, like casseroles and like hearty, unhealthy-ish, sorry, mother-in-law, food, like he enjoys this stuff. Like they make it tasty, they make it good. The other day we just made these pizza pinwheels. You make the dough out of whole wheat flour and Greek yogurt and some seasonings. And then you put marinara, mozzarella, and turkey, pepperoni. You roll them up. Anyways, my kids love those. My husband loved those. So if you have a really picky eater, I feel like you'll be okay with this, because it's, especially for eating healthy, they find meals that your family will like. So yes, it is kid friendly, especially if you're willing to tweak it. And then a lot of times people want to know, are the meals expensive? The meals are not expensive. There's not a ton of weird ingredients. Everything you should be able to find at your grocery store. There are a couple of dressings, like she has a 0-calorie pancake syrup that she suggests using that I use every time I eat the pancakes. I just heat it up a little bit. It's really good. And so that I can get it at my local grocery store, but maybe you need to get it at a health food store. So there might be a couple health food things, but those items are gonna be like dressings, which you just need to get like once, maybe in a season. And so once every few months and you're good. So I feel like one run to the health food store isn't gonna be a big deal, right? And then everything else you can just get at the grocery store. So the meals aren't expensive. And if there is something, what I've learned, because at first I was really strict. It's like, calls for fresh pineapple, we're doing fresh pineapple. And it just made the meal harder. Or she has a nachos one where you take corn tortillas, and you bake them, and those are your chips. I'm like, I'm just gonna use regular tortilla chips. Maybe it'll be a little bit higher in calories, but sometimes I feel like to make it work for you. If you have the time and the energy and want to do it exactly how she does, go for it. But it's not going to be a huge deal if you switch things up just to make it a little bit easier for yourself. And I feel like, because the goal is to do it long term, so make it to where you can do it long term and do little tweaks. The other thing is, what was I going to say about that? Oh, like she has a cashew cream cheese. You just soak cashews, put them in your blender or a food processor, and it makes this amazing cream cheese. Or not cream cheese, sorry, sour cream. But like, so those buffalo tostadas called for sour cream. But sometimes I don't have time to make the sour cream. So then I just use regular sour cream, or don't, just add a little bit more cheese maybe. So make it work for you. Don't drive yourself crazy. But for the most part, all the meals are like pretty normal. I would say even easier than like a typical meal you would find on Pinterest. And then, let's see, I wrote down some of the questions. Okay, so in the meals, they have their own protein powder. This is what it looks like. Oh, you don't need it. You don't need it. You can get your protein at Costco or wherever, but I am obsessed. Every single person who has tried their proteins, you can't go back. I was just talking to a friend who also does Clean Simple Eats a lot and has the books and uses the proteins every day. And she's like, the other day I ran out of the vanilla and I went to go use some of my old Costco stuff. She's like, I didn't even finish the food. She's like, I used to love that protein powder, but I've gotten so spoiled. So I feel like a big problem for me with protein powders before is they're chalky. They have that protein powder taste and texture and feel. These don't. I don't know how they do it. And I feel like whatever the secret is, all these other companies need to figure it out. The protein powder is so good. And I've done price comparisons. They're not that much more expensive than what you get at Costco. So to me, for a little bit extra, I highly recommend these. And if you use my link below, you can get a bundle. So 2 of these bags at a 10% discount. So click that link, look into the proteins. And also it's 100% grass-fed whey. I know a lot of people have allergies or have sensitivities to things. No sugar added, 110 calories per scoop, 20 grams of protein. So go ahead online and kind of give it a look. You can look at the ingredients, see if it's something. I don't have any like restrictions, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, so you don't have to have their protein powders, but they're so good. They're amazing. I would suggest just starting with vanilla and brownie. Vanilla and brownie, yeah. So like the vanilla and the chocolate, because that's really what you're gonna need for the majority of them. And if they call, because they have some, they have like a banana, a toffee, they'll do different flavors of the month. I would definitely just start with these. And then if you want to eventually get, like right now they have a strawberry cheesecake for this month. And I've literally been checking my mailbox like every day to see when it comes, which I feel like the flavors are really good for people who want, like if they drink protein shakes, like my husband drinks a lot of protein shakes, like in his little blender bottle. For me, I'm usually using the protein in my smoothies, in my pancakes, in my oatmeal, so I don't need a different taste. Like I don't need a strawberry flavored usually. But if you work out and just drink regular protein, then you might be interested in the flavors. They also have different little supplements, and here is the Simple Eat Super Berry Mix. It has a lot of antioxidants. This one's really good. There's a few recipes with this. Again, if you don't have it, you can still make the recipe, it'll be fine. But this makes it really sweet. So my kids, their favorite recipes are the ones with this, and then I feel good because they're getting all these extra antioxidants. And then the Simple Greens, I didn't love this at first, but I figured out the trick is not using a full scoop of it, or just kind of working your way up. So I usually do about half a scoop, and I do this in every one of my smoothies because why not? I might as well get all these super greens in my smoothies without having to make sure I have spinach on hand, or you know, it doesn't change the texture, it doesn't change the taste if you're only doing half a scoop. So I love sneaking this into my smoothies and my kids' smoothies. And then another thing you'll find in the recipes, they have their own peanut butter, and it's called Offbeat butter. Definitely don't need this, and I actually recommend, they're really good, but they're crazy expensive. This is the only one I personally own. I have friends who have different flavors, and I've tried them, but this little guy, it was like 12 bucks, I want to say. Go to Costco, just because a lot of recipes call for peanut butter. Get your peanut butter there, 2 big things for like $7 instead of one little one for $12. That's what I would suggest. If you got the money to spend, they are amazing, and they have a bunch of different flavors. They have like a coffee flavored one, a mocha flavored one. This one's lemon coconut bliss. So I got this one because I was like, hey, it's not gonna taste, it doesn't taste as peanut buttery, which is great, but you're still getting all those nutrients from the peanut butter and the fat and the protein. So if you don't really want a peanut buttery taste, that's what this one's good for. And I think that's about all the questions I get for Clean Simple Eats. I know this was kind of long, but if you have any other questions, you are more than welcome to message me, leave a comment below. You can find me on Instagram at Hellojennawood. I wholeheartedly believe in this, love it. Why not eat healthier and lose weight? It's not all about losing weight, right, in life? But sometimes, especially after you have a baby and you want to wear your dadgum jeans again, it's really nice to have a way that you know will work and will help you lose the weight. For example, I'm about to have a baby in 9 weeks, hopefully 7 or 8. And it's so nice to feel confident and feel like I'm in control, that once I have this baby and I'm ready to start focusing on losing weight, I have a way to do it. Because before it was, you probably have been there before, but when you're so fed up, you're so frustrated, you're trying all the things people tell you to do, you feel like a total failure because you're like, why can't I intermittent fast? Everybody else seems to get it done. It's like, oh honey, you're starving yourself. That's why. You're miserable. Why can't I do keto? It's like, cause that crap is miserable. Your body needs carbs. You need carbs. Like, so it's just so nice to have a way. My friend is actually, because a lot of times I feel like people, they do it strict to lose the weight, and then they just love having the recipes on hand. and like we'll still go out to eat, you know, and like still do stuff and not be super strict. So she decided, she's like, I need to lose like a good 5 to 10 pounds. She started doing it, lost 3 pounds her first week, or did she say 3.5? Anyways, and I was just telling her, I'm like, isn't it amazing that you just know, like, hey, if I gain a little weight, like at least I have, because it's over quarantine. She's like, I swear quarantine has done a number on me. She's like, so I'm just gonna start doing clean, simple eats. Also, speaking of going out to eat, they have a macro guide, a clean, simple eats guide to eating out, which is so helpful and so nice. So you can still eat out while you're doing it. And they have a list of the most popular places you would go and eat out. And so so you're not having to cook all your meals. If you're gonna go eat out on the weekend, you can grab something that you know will fit in to what your goals are. What's nice too, what I love about this is, say I know I'm gonna be going out to eat that night, and say it's a place that they haven't had listed in one of their books, I can be like, okay, I had breakfast, 350 calories. I had lunch, 350 calories, so that's 700 calories. And say my goal for the day is 1,500 calories. I could be like, okay, I have 800 calories left. Like, I can eat, you can almost eat whatever you want at that restaurant, right? And just be like, I'm gonna try to keep it within 800 calories. So I love it because it's not, like the calorie counting that you can do, like you can know exactly what you're putting in your body, how many calories, so quick and so simple by being like, okay, I ate a meal and a snack. So that is 350 plus 250, 600 calories. Like, so you kind of always have these really easy benchmarks of where you're at, which is really nice. Anyways, I'm gonna hop off. I love this program so much. Thank you, Clean Simple Eats, for seriously changing the way I eat, which has changed the way I feel and the way I look. I'm so happy to be a part of the community. I feel like it is changing the game for so many people, and I hope it could do the same for you guys. See ya.